Hi, this is Craig and welcome back to Cruising Off Duty. The last episode I put out talking about getting out and exploring life and making memories while you can, because you don't know how much time you have left. Go back and check that episode out if you haven't, but I got a ton of viewer comments on that and I really appreciate that. I want this to be a community. I want us to be giving each other attaboys for going out, doing things. If you've done something with your family, a little bit outside the norm, exploring, whatever, and you want to share it on comments or send me a photo or do anything about that, I'll put you in the channel because I think we should be encouraging each other to do that. Life can be really short. We'll get to some of that in a second. But if you want to share any of your stories with me, you can obviously write in the comments, or even better, if you want to share some photos with me, put it in cruisingoffduty@gmail.com. That's my email address for the channel, cruisingoffduty@gmail.com. And if you send photos of things you've done, I'll throw it on the screen and call you out about it. So let's get the community even more engaged in doing that sort of thing. Now I have a comment from a viewer from the last episode, and it really struck home, especially since I knew somebody going through the exact same scenario. More on my friend in a second because that story gets even sadder. But this commenter, I want to thank Niagara 2011. I'll put the comment on the screen. But they wrote this to kind of reinforce my message on the last episode about get out and explore life because you don't know how much time you have. And I'm going to read it because this is exactly what I'm trying to tell everybody. Okay, so Niagara 2011 wrote this comment under that last episode. In late December 2016, I was having a large amount of pain all over my back. I insisted I would wait till after Christmas and get it checked. I was a very healthy 55-year-old man beforehand. December 27th, 2016, I checked into the hospital. They did 3 MRIs and told me that my spine was full of tumors and it was terminal cancer. I asked how many tumors and he said it was too many to count, and he told me if I started chemo that day, I might have a 40% chance of survival. Otherwise, doctor said I would be dead in about 60 days or less. I mean, talk about, wow, that would be a shock to find that out. Well, I went through chemo, which almost killed me, and the cancer is in remission. Unfortunately, the chemo damaged my heart to the point of almost dying of heart failure. There is no cure for cardiomyopathy. I now get severely winded when walking 20 steps. Previous to this illness, I was walking 3 to 4 miles a day. Wow. No sympathy, please. Well, I can't help it. I have sympathy. My point is enjoy life as soon as you can. Tomorrow is never promised. Spend quality time with your loved ones. Tell them you love them. Make as many memories for your family because time is short. You don't need a $500,000 yacht to make memories. You can do that for free. I used to have a list of material items I wanted when I was young. Some of those I acquired, some not. I would give them all back to have my health back. My cancer was non-Hodgkin's lymphoma, an immune system cancer. Doctors said it's very common today, and mine was stage 4. Enjoy your life and take care of you and your family. I really enjoy your channel. Thanks for all you do. No, thank you, Niagara, for writing in. I know you put that right under the comments of the video, so I'm sure you knew other people would read it. I know most people don't read the comments below a channel or below a video, and so I really wanted to read it out loud for everybody to get because this is exactly what I'm talking about. You don't have an expiration date above your head that you know how many more months, years, or whatever you have left. So don't put off anything you really want to do now. Do it. Don't put it off. Even if you don't have a lot of money, there's ways to really get great memories without spending a lot of money. If you have a mountain bike, take your kids and you and mountain bikes into some forest, some park, make a picnic lunch, do something that's fun and outdoorsy for you and your family, and it'll make a memory without spending any money at all. So there you go. So that's exactly what Niagara said, and I responded to this at the time. And I didn't say it in the response. I just said a lot of good things to him, but I didn't mention my friend, even though in my mind I'm going, wow, this sounds exactly like my friend Carolyn. You would know Carolyn if you went back to our BVI, British Virgin Island catamaran series. We rented a catamaran with 2 other couples. One of those couples was Colin and Carolyn. And go back and watch those episodes. We had such a great time. I could never picture having a better vacation than that vacation because we had 2 other couples that were so fun and we laughed so hard during that whole time. I'm going to watch those episodes again for years to come because those were that probably was one of the best vacations I've ever had. So go out and check that out. But you'll see Carolyn in there. She's the tall blonde. At the time of that, the recording of that, she didn't know she had cancer. It wasn't till quite a number of months after we got back from that, that she found out. And here's how she found out. She's healthy, as you see her from the video. She's a tall, slim blonde. She's in good shape. So clearly she had no reason to fear for her health. She's at work, and she said to some coworkers, "Do you smell that? It smells like something's wrong in the kitchen, like something's burning, or is there some weird smell? Do you smell that?" And everybody's like, "No." So then she thought, that's weird that I'm the only one who can smell that. So she went to the doctor. Like this gentleman, Niagara, they did MRIs, and they found out she had brain cancer. Now, at the time, it seemed like lucky type of brain cancer because it was cancer on the outer edge of the brain next to the skull. And they said they could operate and remove that part of her brain, or that part of the growth, that cancer, and it shouldn't affect her, in any way. So, of course, rushed right in and got that done. And I met her right after that at the Nepean Sailing Club. We sat on the deck together, just the two of us, and we discussed what she went through. And that's how I found out how she found out about it, through this smell. And she'd already had the scar on her skull. They had to open her up to obviously remove that. And but she looked great. She was in great spirits. Everything was awesome. And that was the last we thought of this cancer. We thought she got it all. But needless to say, once you get cancer, they screen you regularly, because it's almost like those little cancer cells are floating around in your body just waiting to attach onto something. And sure enough, that's exactly what happened. Eventually, she was diagnosed with brain cancer again. This time the cancer wasn't on the outside of her brain. I think it was in the middle of her brain, so that they couldn't really just go in and cut it out. So she had to do what this gentleman had to do and go through chemotherapy and stuff. And the thing that was as surprising about it was she didn't just have brain cancer. They said now she's got tumors down her spine too. I guess it's all part of the same system. But wow. So when he wrote this, I'm like, this sounds exactly like what my friend's going through. And right after I responded to this, I got a text message from a circle of our friends who said that Carolyn had passed away on February 15th, just a few days ago. So that breaks my heart, breaks Janice's heart. We loved her dearly. Wow. So I don't want this to be all a sad episode, but it is sad, but I want it to be, what can we learn from this? And it's exactly what Niagara was saying. He's saying, what I was saying is, don't put it off. If you want to travel, if your dream in life is to go see Paris, then work harder, pick up an extra few shifts, do whatever you can to get that airline ticket and go. Don't go, well, I'll wait till I'm retired and I'll do all these things I want to do. Go now. Now, Janice and I are sticking around for 4 more years, not 5. We originally were thinking 5. 4 more years, because that's when the pension vests without any penalty, and I will still be pretty young in 4 years. I'll be 56. Janice is actually 9 years younger than me. Well, I know I'm cradle robbing, I guess. So she's way younger than me. So when I retire at 56, she'll only be 47. So we're going to be young. So we're not leaving it too late. We're retiring pretty young, even in 4 years from now. But in the meantime, we love to travel, and our summers are filled with sailing. Obviously, I'm doing this 10,000 nautical mile sailing trip from South Africa to the United States. So I'm building memories even while I'm working. Every chance I can to get out of the house and do something, I bring my camera, we film it, and we make memories while we still have to work. So, so that this episode isn't completely depressing, I'm going to throw some footage of where we left off in the summer. The last episode that was sailing was called Why We Like a Boat Better Than a Cottage. And it was the tail end of our summer vacation. We were sailing back from Cape Vincent, the French festival that we filmed. And it's a good episode, explains why we love having a boat. And just Cole's notes here, it's because your cottage moves when you have a boat. You've got the kitchen facilities, you've got the bathroom facilities, you've got solar for electric, you've got everything going for you that a house would have or a cottage would have, but it moves. So when you get bored of what looks the 360 view around you, you move. And that's the best part of a boat over a cottage where you have the same view all the time. So check that episode out. That's the last one. Where we take off from there, we're over our vacation now. So now the next episodes are, I get 3-day weekends every second weekend, and we take advantage of them every chance we can to go out and sail around in the beautiful Thousand Islands near where our boat is in Kingston, Ontario, Canada. So I'll throw some footage of the next weekend after our vacation, and then we'll go from there in episodes going forward. So hopefully you get the point of this episode, and comment in if you've got anything else you want to add on it, but go out and explore life, do things, have fun, make memories. don't be a couch potato. Don't sit and watch 8 hours of TV. If you can get out and do something more enjoyable, do it. TV should be reserved for the last hour of your day when you're just winding down before bed. That's a good time to watch YouTube or TV. Don't waste a Saturday afternoon sitting on the couch. So there you go. Hopefully you enjoy some of this footage I'm about to show you. And until next time, go out and make some memories, and ciao for now. Hello everyone.
Hi again.
We are back on the boat, but we are no longer on vacation.
No, it's just a regular weekend for us.
Yeah. We get 3-day weekends every second weekend off.
And those are the only weekends we go to the boat. We don't bother when we only have the 2 days to work, well, because he's working.
Yeah, I work every second weekend, so.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's another reason we don't go to the boat.
And I do other things I can't.
Yeah, she does other things with that weekend. But anyways, so she works a little longer the other days so that she gets every second Friday off when I have my 3-day weekend. So we are here on a 3-day weekend, and when we have 3 days, we usually get here Friday morning and then get the boat ready and then take off right away. But right now it is super, super windy out there. I'll show you in a second.
It's a little much.
So windy that we didn't want to film this outside because we didn't know if you could hear us through the microphone. So anyways, Janice is here with me, but I'm going to take you outside and show you the white caps. Even in the harbor here, our boat was bouncing around like crazy. Out there you can see the white caps. So that would be very unpleasant. We're bouncing around here at our dock, and I'm sure if we were out there we would be pounding into waves. So we've decided we're going to stay here at the dock till later tonight when it's going to die down. Tomorrow morning we'll take off early and go somewhere, but there's no point in us not enjoying our trip by bouncing around in those white caps. So the plan is to get things done. So one thing we're going to do is Mantis, not sponsored by them, but really nice. They've seen me mentioning our Mantis anchor and how much we love it, and they sent me a swivel. I came back downstairs to talk to you because I don't know if you can even hear me out in the wind, but Mantis sent us that swivel, which is going to be really helpful.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Because
Thank you, Mantis.
Yeah, their big 45-pound anchor, whenever we bring it up, it was always like the point was always pointing away from the boat, which is upside down, and then my windlass would fight to get it over the hump and turn it around, and puts a little strain on the windlass, which we don't want to burn that out. So yeah, I guess they saw my episodes and decided to send me one free of charge to try. So thank you to Mantis.
Thank you, Mantis.
And we'll put that on and we'll show you how it works out.
So today we're gonna go.
Yeah, I was originally telling you
eventually?
we will leave tomorrow morning, but now what? She's got the plan. Overruled.
We'll go out later. It's got to die eventually, and Navy Bay is just 15 minutes away. That's where we watch the fireworks from on Canada Day.
Yeah.
It's cute in there, lots of birds, and
Yeah. So the wind's supposed to die around
if we get out of here
8 p.m.
late, it's fine.
So that's about half an hour before it gets dark. So if we leave around 7:30, 7:45, we can head to Navy Bay and anchor there.
And wake up with birdies.
And wake up with birdies. So that is the new plan. The Admiral has spoken.
Yeah.
Okay, we are about to try and put this swivel on. And you can see the thing we have on there now is pretty unsubstantial, I guess, for this big 45-pound Mantis. I've tied it with a rope to this cleat. We're going to undo it, and I don't want to drop it right on my dinghy. Probably kill my dinghy. But yeah, so we're going to undo it, and we're going to install that now. Okay, after we took it off, we realized it actually is a swivel, theoretically.
Yeah, it's a swivel.
It didn't work, though, because our anchor always came up
Upside down.
ass backwards. And this is another thing, too, that this is their shackle, their version of a shackle. And as you can see, when you put it on an anchor, it can't swivel this way or this way. This little end piece is the only thing that actually swivels. And show the size comparison of, there's a shackle already on my anchor that goes to this piece for the Mantis that obviously has the ability to swivel sideways, and then that's the size difference. So much more substantial.
Heavy duty.
Heavy
And now we're
duty.
matchy-matchy because the anchor is Mantis.
Yeah.
And so is this one.
Yeah, they both say Mantis. Yay! Okay, we're gonna have to assemble it now with the tape,
Yep.
and then the wire and all that other stuff, and then we'll get it on. Okay, we've finished installing the swivel, and my only warning to you is once you pigtail all these little wires so that the shackle doesn't come undone or the sleeve doesn't come undone, those little pigtails stick out are sharp. I cut my leg when I dropped it on my calf for a second, and Janice kind of cut her finger a little bit, so yeah. No reason to grab that part after this, but when you're putting it together, be careful. The wire is sharp. We are done our big task for the day.
We did one job. Wait, no, 2 jobs. I cleaned the fridge as well.
Yes.
And I loaded it.
Yeah, with all the new beer, pop, food, everything.
And then we did our swivel and there.
A swivel, which we both got injured from. Did you get a bobo on your finger?
Poke. I got a wee poke.
Yeah, and I got
stabbed.
I got a cut on my calf.
Yeah. So there we earned it.
We're not very good at this, but we got it done. So now it's rum and coke time.
It is.
Yay!
There's Craig, and we're
Motoring into our anchorage.
passing the Royal Military College there. Craig is there, and Wolf Island is behind us with the windmills. And the Fort Henry is over here, up on the hill. And we're gonna anchor right near that tower over there.
Okay, so Janice just dropped the anchor up there, and we are perfectly situated. The sun is setting here in Navy Bay. And I think Janice might have mentioned that to you, but this is the Royal Military College, this whole thing here. So that's there. That's why it's called Navy Bay. And on the other side over here is Fort Henry. There's one of the lookout towers on the water, and behind it, up on the hill, you can sort of see some of the wall, the outer wall of the fort. Yeah, beautiful view on a beautiful day.
We got here just before sunset.
Yeah. Now we're not going to get to see sunset right to the water because of course the land is in the way, but still very, yeah, very, yes, that's right. Janice made the decision.
I overruled him.
The admiral spoke, and she was right. She was right to not wait till tomorrow morning. Awesome. This is the life.
Yes.
Summer should go on and on forever, shouldn't it?
I love summer. Love summer in Ontario. It's awesome.
Yeah. Perfect weather, shorts and t-shirts. Sun is about to set.
Yeah, it's after 8 p.m. and I don't need a sweater. It's
Yeah.
amazing.
Rum and coke, and the breeze is just nice to cool us off. But unfortunately, being Canadian, this only goes on for a few
Pretty
months.
limited time.
Yeah, late July, almost August. It's like the 27th.
Yeah, it'll be August in 5 days.
Yeah. So we got to take advantage of this being Canadian because there's
Our
not
weather like this is very short-lived, or you don't get this summer. Last year we did not get weather like this at all. I never wore a tank top
Last summer
without
sucked.
something over top last year.
Yeah. But this summer's been awesome.
So far, so
Sunny all the time. Our whole vacation it was sunny.
Yeah.
You know, so we can't complain. We are not going to be the only ones anchored here. Somebody is coming in to anchor near us. It's a beautiful morning in Navy Bay, and Janice is about to go swimming. All the little, I guess, Navy racers are out in their little, whatever those are, lasers or whatever. And yeah, I just had a shower, so I am not going to go swimming. It's not that hot yet, but you know Janice.
It's gorgeous today.
Any chance you can.
All the birdies on those trees are very cheerful.
Yeah.
It's an interesting little race to watch. I like it here. We're going to come here more often when we don't have a lot of time.
Yeah. Last time the water here was really warm.
Oh yeah, so I was swimming. It was way warmer than out in the river.
Yeah, because it's a shallow
Like
bay.
right 10 degrees, so like almost.
Yeah. All right.
See ya.
So she's going in. She's in. Is it as warm as last time or no?
It is. I think so.
It's hard to tell when it's not sunny yet. It's not that hot right now. Our pool thermometer that was hanging off the back broke, so we can't tell what the temperature is now. But Janice says it's warm, and that's by her standards, though. And she's smiling, which probably means it's not that warm. She's trying to coax me to swim, and then I'll get in and go, ah! But she's a happy girl, so that's all that matters, really. There goes Janice. She's leaving me.
Yes, I'm going to bob over to the tower because I want to snoop. It isn't windy at all, so I'll have no problem getting back.
Yeah.
See you soon.
Okay. In case you didn't hear her, she said she's going to bob over to the tower. It's not windy. If it was, she wouldn't try it because it might be hard getting back to the boat. She's on a little floaty noodle thing. That's why she can't swim that fast back, but that's what she's going to go check out. The tower. The tower of power. I don't want you to think I'm anti-swimming. I love swimming. I used to be a lifeguard. It's just I don't really love cold water. So usually in the St. Lawrence, it's under usually like 72, 73. It's a bit on the chilly side. Sometimes, of course, earlier in the season when Crazy Janice goes in, sometimes it's as low as 59 she's been in. I'm not doing that. So yeah, when she says it's warm, I don't trust her. But I just had a shower too, so I don't really want to get myself dirty again. But I'm gonna head over there. She says that behind that little bush there's a spot I can bring the dinghy. So yeah, let's try this. And I'll bring my drone. While I'm rowing over, I just noticed that's a nice shot of off-duty. You can see all the racers are out. They're all queuing up for the race. And I'm just heading over here. I brought Janice her Keens so that she doesn't have to walk on these nasty, slimy rocks.
I don't like to step toes.
No, stubbing toes makes her not happy. But as you can see, oops, zooming out, this is all just deep shrubs with, it looks like, you know, thorny vines. So I'm not going to be able to get to shore here to go see this lookout tower up close. I mean, I guess I'm as close as I'm going to get anyway. So I'm going to go around this tree on the other side. I saw shore, and see if I can walk on shore there. Oh, we're joined by a duck. All right, so do you want to jump in my boat, or are you going to swim around?
I'll go around.
She's going to swim around, of course.
I'm not really swimming.
So after about 15 minutes of searching the shoreline, trying to find any crack through the trees to find a spot for my drone to take off, I finally found one. So let's check out Navy Bay and Fort Henry. That's the end of this episode. Hopefully you got the point of this is just to get out there and explore the beauty around you. That's the cheapest and easiest option. If you can afford to go on those trips to Paris, go for it. You never know how many days you have left, and I learned something going to Carolyn's Facebook page. She had this at the top: don't count the days, make the days count. So true. Just a happy, fun-loving person that's gone way, way too soon. Our heart is broken losing this good friend of ours that we enjoyed so many good laughs with, and my heart definitely goes out to Colin and her entire family. But do something in testament to Carolyn. Do exactly what she says. Make your days count. So get out there and make some memories.